Okay, hi again. Right, I got the Red Devil from Eachine, this one, and I'm just going to basically run through it. I've been flying it the last couple of days and just probably got about 20 packs through there. Put 4 videos up on my channel, so if you want to have a look at it flying, go and check those out. I'll put it all in the playlist anyway and put a written review on Rcgroups. But yeah, this is just a quick look at it and seeing how it stacks up against the sailfly from Happy Model, which is basically what it's coming to replace, to be in competition with, maybe, should I say. Yeah, at the back there, that's my build from a few years ago. And that's basically what these are kind of copying. That flies fantastic and far more economical than either of these, but you have to actually know how to build, and that was a labour of love. But that's anyway. So on to the Red Devil. Now they look incredibly similar, and that's because they are very similar. They both use the same flight controller, and very similar frame, same motors, and very similar props. But there are differences, and basically the Red Devil has got better equipment in there. It's got an Caddx EOS 2 camera, which some people like, some people don't. I like it when it's not got jello. And good news is it doesn't have much jello. It's got a little bit, but it hasn't got much. That all depends on how well your props are balanced. And these props on the Red Devil are better than the sailfly. These are quite, if you look, I don't know if you can see, but that's quite stiff, whereas these are a lot more flexible. Very hard to show you in a video, but that's one big difference, probably the main difference. Also, the VTX goes up to 200 milliwatts on this one. That one's just stuck at 25 milliwatts, so quite grainy, very clear. Range from the controller is what's going to limit you here, because it's, well, on my one anyway, I've got the FR Sky built-in version with its little antenna, so they're both the same. They both have the same range as far as control goes, but the video is much clearer on the Red Devil. Having said that, it's the 16:9 camera, which I'm not very keen on to start with, though I've got used to it now and I don't really notice it. But to start with, it felt a bit weird, the 16:9, because it felt a bit too zoomed in. So it felt like I was further forwards, nearer the ground or whatever than I was. And also the camera angle is adjustable on this, and out of the box it was sticking straight up. Don't fly it like that, you will not be able to land. Guess how I found out? Yep, I ended up hitting a post thinking I'd stopped, but I was still flying forward. So, you want the camera angle about there where I've got it. That's about nice, and that's where it is on the videos that I've shown. So yeah, so 200 milliwatt VTX, better props. Also comes with a carry case and spare props, screwdriver, some foam, prop removal tool and a few screws. And I'll show you the inside of the case, because that's quite nicely done as well. So you've got your cutout all for your quad and your batteries, and a nice little bit to store other bits and pieces in there. So that's pretty good. So the weight is exactly the same. Well, this one is now 38 and this is 38.5. So that's close enough not to notice any difference. So power to weight ratio is the same on both of them. However, the Red Devil doesn't have as much vibrations, so you can use more of the power. Whereas the Red Devil, you get a certain percentage, and it's shaking itself to pieces. It's all 413S. So you need to limit your throttle on this one to 70%, and you still only use sort of a lot less. Whereas this one, I still limited it to 70%. Basically because I'm a bit worried about the 5 amp ESC ratings, but that was plenty, and I could use all of the power. Just a little bit of vibrations and jello at the top of the throttle, but much less than the sailfly. So that is down to the props. So changing props on either one would sort that out anyway. So not a huge issue. So weight, bit of props, just going through my things that I've listed to make sure I don't miss anything. Now modifications, I've already said limit your throttle to 70% is my advice. If not, you do possibly risk burning out the ESC, but we don't know, it's a bit early days for that. The antenna, obviously you can see I've put it on a zip tie here. Now it's just left floppy when it comes out your box, so it's just going to basically fall down between the props and get chopped off, which is no good. So put that on a zip tie. That's just very simply tied onto there, stuck up in the air, and then a bit of heat shrink around it just to hold it in place, and that's done. Battery, it comes with this plastic 3D printed thing stuck around there. Now because of the plugs and things on there, and the motor wires, motor plugs, these sticking out, it was very hard to get your battery in. In fact, I didn't even get it in, I just gave up. It was just too much sticking out. There's plugs sticking out at the bottom there. So if you crash, that's possibly going to be a problem, I don't know. I know with the sailfly I had to raise the stack a little bit to stop something rubbing on the bottom of the frame, but that's too much in there to do that. I don't know how you do that. You just have to live with that and hope it doesn't break. Hope nothing breaks in a crash. Brings me to the frame, which is stronger than the sailfly. If you look at the motor mounts on the sailfly, compare them side by side, you can see there's loads more material around the Red Devil, around the their motor screws, and that's where people have had these break, right on those motor screws, so these are stronger. So, yep, antenna, battery mods, yeah, so that's basically your differences. They're about the same money as far as I know last time I looked, so you have to choose whether you want the sailfly with the lower specs or this with slightly higher specs, but with issues like these motors sticking out at the bottom, motor plugs sticking out the bottom, that could potentially cause a problem in a crash. I don't know. I mean, I did go out of range on the antenna, on the on the receiver range, just to check that it was the same, and it fell from a reasonably big height down onto the grass, and there was zero damage, absolutely none at all. So it's got the capacitor on there as well, by the way. That's supposed to help with it, stop it blowing up on 3S. So yeah, so why would you buy one over the other? Why would you buy this? Why would you buy this? Well, this has got 4.3 and does have a little bit of jello because of the Cadex cameras, and they do have some funky red colours in the video as well. Some people don't like that, and I don't mind the colours. When you're actually flying, it looks fine, but the jello can be a bit annoying. But having said that, this has jello on anyway because of the props. This has 4:3 aspect ratio, this has 16:9, and this has a wider field of view, so you can see more around you when you're flying, not so sort of focused on one spot. So that just depends which you prefer, really. Being focused on one spot means it's easier to hit the gaps, especially with the Cadex camera, because you can see where you're going. With this, there's a slight muddiness to some of the dark areas, and you have to kind of back off a little bit and to see whether it's clear or not. So not quite as confident with this one, whereas with this one a bit more confident, but I can't quite see as much around me, and which isn't a problem, but it doesn't feel as fast. So although this one is exactly the same speed, more or less, as each other, this one feels like you're going faster because of the field of view. It just, everything looks to be going past you quicker, even though it isn't. So, you know, it makes it more fun, perhaps, whereas this is more precise. It's still a lot of fun. So it brings me to battery choice, which I would say, like, I was quite happy on 2S with this one, because on 3S, which it came with sailfly, it got so many vibrations I couldn't really use any more power on 3S than I could on 2S without the vibrations just being pretty terrible. So I was quite happy on 2S, and it felt really fast and very, very good, and I really enjoy flying it, and I'll still carry on flying it on 2S. However, on this one, as you'll see from the videos, on 2S, felt a bit slow, a bit lacklustre really, but not too bad. But on 3S, brilliant, really good. Comes supplied with a 300 mAh XT30 on the end, and I got 5 minutes easily with room to spare. It'll do 6, probably 7 minutes, you know, if you're cruising. You know, if you really cruise nice and carefully, you could probably get it even to 8 minutes maybe. So, and that's on 300 mAh 3S, and still have lots of power, so that's pretty good. I quite like that. I do like my flight times. That one that I built myself, that gets like up to 10 minutes on the same battery, excuse me. So yeah, so there you go. I'm going to be doing more flying and just getting more of a feel for it. It's got lots of power. You can fly in small areas, same as a sailfly. It doesn't bother people because it's nice and quiet. It's not heavy. It's what, 38 grams. Nobody's bothered at all. People were walking around me whilst I was flying, and nobody bothered at all. It's just a nice thing to fly because nobody's scared of them. So yeah, I've just put elastic bands on this one. I don't know if I'll carry on with that, but just wrap them around the frame, and your batteries just slot into those, pull them out, slide your battery in and plug them in. I'd put Velcro on this one because that's pretty much the same sort of thing really, just so I can put different batteries in, because they will carry more weight. You could put a 450 in there, 3S and 2S even, and get longer flight times, but I'm quite happy with the 3S, and 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes is plenty for me. So yeah, and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll put my written review, which will have close-up pictures, on Rcgroups, so do go there and check it out. Yeah, apart from that, let me know what you think, and if you decide to buy one, please use my link below, and I'll see if I can get a discount code as well. So yeah, I'll put that all down in the description, so that should help you out. Please help me out, and if you buy anything from Banggood, if you want to help me out, just click through my affiliate links first, just before checking out, or add something to your cart, and you know, check out whatever. You don't have to buy these. Just once you've clicked into Banggood through my affiliate link, that will work for anything you buy. So that would really help me out, because Banggood are, you know, kind of saying, well, you haven't really got any affiliate links. There's no money coming in, so we're not going to send you any more stuff unless you get more affiliate links, more affiliate link sales. You know, this might be one of the last ones that I do, but unless I can get that to pick up. But you know, I'm not in it for the free stuff. I'm just here to help out. I'm quite like building my own stuff, but I also like helping other people decide what to buy and build stuff themselves and help people out on the forums. Anyway, thanks very much then, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.